Yep.
Always, yes. So let us sit in a beautiful sense of presence, closing our eyes, finding our rhythm in breath, releasing the stresses of life as we perceive them, releasing the perception and the perspective, going deeper into our divine light. Healing Lord, we are present in this moment, honoring our presence in you and you in ours. We are committed this night to be connected to all those that are a part of this marvelous creation that we call the universe. We honor the presence of the earth, the vibrating light in all things, the relevance of all things in this journey that we call life. We thank you. We uplift our hearts in love, in humility, in gratitude, in compassion for our own life and for all those lives that we are drawn to, that will give us relevance, that will give us the experience in this life that is meant to be. We are committed to the eternal light of love and all those that are here in spirit. We thank you for your presence. We thank those that have been here for millennia, that have protected this land. We thank you and we ask for your blessings as we proceed this night. We honor the presence of those that come for solace, that come for comfort. We uplift your life and say, welcome. Welcome to everyone that comes with whatever that is needing to be fulfilled. May we find gentle peace in the lecture tonight. May that which needs to come forth through Amanda do so, and all those that are assisting and supporting her in this lecture tonight. May you do so in a gentle and comforting way, and allow her spirit also to receive the messages that need to come through. We honor this process and we thank all things for leading us to this point in our lives. We honor our past and those that have brought us to this point. We honor all those that have contributed for us to be here this night. And we honor the future too, for all that is to be revealed is perfect and creatively marvelous. In gratitude, we step forward together. Thank you. Amen.
Amen. Oh, that was beautiful, actually, pray. Colleen, that's really beautiful. Could see the light from here, so that's great. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to one more meeting at PASC online. Tonight, we're going to talk about a topic, materialism. It's a topic that, is a bit of a taboo I guess, in terms of spirituality, because usually when we think about materialism, and especially in the past, materialism was considered the totally opposite of spiritualism. So tonight we're going to go through, the lecture. We're going to talk about some of the passages at the Gospel in accordance with Spiritism, and I will complement, that study with a little bit more details in terms of, how can actually materialism being used in a good way, and actually how much that is necessary for us in terms of our salvation journey. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so first of all, we will start with some pictures, and I will invite you guys, probably not this one, because this one, well, actually, we can actually even discuss a lot about this one, 30 seconds really impression about the picture. So if you don't mind, I'm not too sure who is online. I can't really see via, the computer or even my phone, unfortunately. Actually, I can see via my phone. Yeah, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm just random, calling somebody, and if you can just give me a 30 seconds impression on the picture, that would be great. Okay, so it's just a little ice break for us to start the lecture tonight. So just remind me, is it finish at 8 o'clock? What is the time limits that I have here?
Yeah, usually by 8 o'clock.
By 8 o'clock. Cool, no worries.
Yeah, but it's okay if you finish early or goes 5 minutes or so more. It's okay. Usually Zoom goes a bit more quickly because doesn't have that, up and forward so easily as we do when we are over there. So
together, yeah, no, not a problem. Okay, I just wanted to keep an eye on the time, that's all. So the first picture here is just pretty much a very simple concept about materialism. So material possessions, comforts that are more important than spiritual values. So, Dai, let's start with you. What do you think about this? Do you actually agree with that statement, with this picture?
not quite.
Mm-hmm.
We've died that I am today.
Yeah.
But if you asked me this question maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, I would say yes.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that is a very big point of the presentation today, to understand how society has actually evolved from when we started, for example, the Spiritism, when, the materialism was something completely contrary to the doctrine. And today, when we look into the contemporary Spiritism, we can see that big names of the doctrine actually, using the materialism as a part of a normal life of, a normal part of life. And obviously, very important for us to actually achieve our, spiritual journey and our spiritual, how can I say, not fate, spiritual objective, let's call it this way. Okay, second picture here, unnecessary possessions are unnecessary burdens. If you have them, you have to take care of them. There is great freedom in simplicity of living. It is those who have enough, but not too much, who are the happiest. Jax, what do you think about this one, my friend? Jack's not on.
You know the kiss? Do you know the kiss?
The kiss? Which kiss?
Concept. The kiss concept. Keep it simple, stupid.
I have been actually taking this concept much more to my life, what I use it to, mate. So yeah, I absolutely like that actually. So keep it simple, stupid. Okay, that's good. And is that something that you agree then, my friend? Is that something that you resonate with?
Yeah, well, look, I think you should look after and manage what we are able to, what doesn't burden our, our existence. We don't need to get into the trouble of big material stuff. If you don't need it, if you get it, it's because either we need it or we are going beyond. And if you're going beyond what we need, it's no longer simple. It becomes complex and a burden. So yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, very good put. They have a very good putting here. Very well put. Sorry. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Ooh, this one is a bit of a strong impression here. So we've got two pictures, rich and poor. And we also have this little passage from the Bible, from Timothy. For we brought nothing to this world, and it's certain we can carry nothing out. So, Angela, would you like to comment on that? What do you think about it?
That is exactly what we know. We are here. We are talking about the material things. We come without any material things, and we cannot go with any material things to the next world. So
that's exactly right.
It is a very dramatic way of
it is a strong picture, isn't it? It's a strong picture, but I think it passes the message really well, isn't it? Like, I mean, this is true. It is very strong, but it's actually true. And we usually I get, even myself, I'll be honest here and put myself in the line. Sometimes I forget about that. So, I think it's really important, to have this in mind, because it is what it is, isn't it? That's exactly what is going to happen. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, we're still going to have we had the same beginning, and we're going to have pretty much the same end, more or less. Okay, another one, and I think this is the last one. I can't remember. No, there is two more. If material things are what you are talking about when you say I'm blessed, you have no idea about blessings. Anna, are you there? I haven't seen you since the meditation workshop, actually. Would you like to comment on the picture?
Sorry, I can't see the picture.
Oh, you can. Okay, so I'll just say, so the sentence is, if material things are what you are talking about when you say I'm blessed, you have no idea about blessings. What do you think about this statement?
I agree.
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward.
Just simple. I agree. Your health and love and everything else is so much more important. And you realize that when it's threatened, whether it be through war, whether it be through sickness, you really do understand that that saying that you're blessed. Material things mean nothing.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. When we are in hard times, absolutely. Okay, so last one, and I think the last. What?
Dai.
Oi.
Like, while I was talking about it, and you say, like, we both look at each other and say, I don't agree 100% with that. Because I understand what Anna said, and I absolutely agree with her. But I think some material things, it's like food is a material thing, and and when we say we are blessed about that, we are, because like millions of people goes around without food every day, starving.
That is very true.
If you have a roof under your over your head, we are blessed, because many people doesn't have where to live. If you have clothes, so I don't agree. I absolutely agree what Anna said, but I also agree that when we say we are blessed about material things, we really are. Like, all here that are present, we are really privileged people, and we are blessed to have like the minimal necessary to have like dignity as a human beings, like a house, food, clothes,
Yeah.
there are material things that are important for us at this moment that we are having this experience on this life.
But
Yeah,
does this,
yeah.
yes,
So you go.
sorry, does this suggest that those that are without are not blessed?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like about saying that, oh, I'm blessed to have that, and maybe not going through that difficult situation and be grateful for that. In a sense, like
So-
recognize the bless of having that.
Yes, so it is an assumption
Yeah.
based on comparison.
Yeah.
Is this the way to assess our life experience? Each of our lives are creatively blessed. Each of our lives are a culmination of past experiences and present experiences and focused on our evolution. So to suggest that we are blessed because we are not in a particular situation is a strange way to suggest. Maybe the word itself is strange.
Yeah.
Blessed, we all are blessed.
Yeah, I see what
yeah.
you mean.
Maybe
Yes,
it's on the sense of gratitude to,
yes.
I think this quote is a bit has a bias. A bias
Yes.
into it's biased on the intention, right?
Yes.
It's true. It's biased on the intention. But, I mean, the intention I'm talking about is the intention of the author of that, right? The author was thinking that when he says if material things are what you're talking about are unnecessary, superfluous things, and then you say I am blessed, they say, oh, you have no idea what blessing. So it's really within a context.
Oh yeah,
Because
absolutely.
because if you do an open analysis, this is all rubbish.
I think it's like I'll just say my 2 cents and I'll just move on. I think I absolutely agree with that in terms of being grateful for the material things because they're necessary to us. We need to eat, we need housing, we need education. But I also agree with Anna and also now Colin put it so importantly. Then every life in every situation is actually a bless because if we are in that situation is for our improvement. And I know that some journeys are really tough, absolutely they are, but it doesn't mean that it's not blessing because if we truly believe in that we are here for a reason. If we are going through a journey, it's for a reason. It's because from there, we just are going to go beyond our limitations. I think, it's definitely blessed, even if you go through so many obstacles. So, completely understand. But yeah, I think it can definitely be open for interpretation, this one. I'm just trying to, okay, there we go. And Irina, you, the last one. Money is a great servant, but a bad master. Oh, is that not Irina? Is that Alex?
Yeah.
Le, are you? Oh, okay. Sorry, my friend. I thought it was your wife. That's her name over there. Apologies.
It's on her phone.
What do you think about this one, mate? Money is a great servant, but a bad master.
Yeah. Depending on how we use it, right? But I don't know. I think everything on that sentence is wrong, or it's not being wrong. I don't quite agree on the way it was written.
Yeah, fair enough, and that's your opinion. Yeah, so you don't really like this sentence too much.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. You give me another one, please. Okay, no, fair enough. I just kind of brought those sentences because I quite thought they were, a bit of a taboo, and I just wanted to explore with you guys, what you think. But we definitely can have more discussions about, this topic. It was just really to cause a little bit of, discussion and, as a group and just listen to each other's opinion. Okay, so really, let's start with the lecture now. So can everybody, can you see the Spirit's books on materialism? I can't see in my mobile phone, so I trust everybody can see my PowerPoint now. And so when I actually look into the Spirit's book about, on the materialism as a word, I found the materialism word in three or four different passages. And here not only that, actually there was more than that, but I got a sample and I brought it to you because I just wanted to show you how what I think what happened when we actually had the Spirit's book written, how the notion of materialism was different from what we've got today. And I think this journey of evolution of you seeing materialism in a different way is quite normal, because if we think about it, the Spirit's book must be 180 years, 170 years old. So, quite in a different environment and society. And I guess, we have been evolving a lot since then. And, maybe things were put this way because it was the start of this amazing, philosophy that is the Spiritism. And I think that, maybe they started in that way, because obviously at that time, the mentality and the environment and, the beliefs were totally different of what we've got today. So I find quite, the Spirit's book, in a sense, quite in opposite to the materialism, concept. So, as I said, I brought three different passages. So in the introduction, for example, and you can check that, spiritualism is the opposite of materialism. And then question 799, in what way Spiritism contributes to progress and by destroying materialism, one of the source of society. And then Spiritism is the most dreaded antagonism of materialism. But I think as well, materialism in that sense was more like believing that everything is just a material, is, everything, there is not a afterlife, or there is not a spiritual world out there. So I think that was the context as well. And that's why I think the Spirit's book is just so contrary to materialism. It's just really to, say, no, guys, it's just more than what we can see with our eyes. It's more than that. So I think that's why it was written in that way. Then, I was like, okay. And like, guys, if you disagree with me, you can absolutely give your opinion. Okay. I don't mind, just call out. In terms of the gospel in accordance with Spiritism, then I see a different things. Okay. And let's go through this. So this is a passage from Luke 16:13. And, you must know this very well. So no servants can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and mammon. Okay. And this particular passage was actually in chapter 16. Okay. That it talks about exactly this. You cannot serve both God and mammon. Okay, and I thought it was really relevant for our discussion because that passage was there, and implying, okay, immediate, not in a kind of immediate way. Okay, if you just read that passage, that we can't love God and I'll put money instead of materialism at the same time. Okay. But let's just go through a little bit more, because then you will see that that's not actually the message that the gospel has for us. So here is another passage, okay? And this passage is about that young bloke that met Jesus Christ, okay? And I want to read the, word by word, because this is very, old English and it's quite confusing to understand. But pretty much the passage saying that, there was a young man, he was very wealthy, and, he met Jesus, and, he said to Jesus, he said, I have been complying with, all 10 commandments. I don't kill, I don't commit adultery, I don't steal. But what else is missing for me to achieve salvation? And Jesus pretty much, look at him and, in a very summarized way, he just said, look, if you really want to achieve the kingdom of heaven, just sell everything you've got, give it to the poor and follow me. And the guy became quite upset about this answer from Jesus, because he was, he was bothered by the fact that he had to let his possessions go in order to be saved. However, although this parable, it's not even a parable, this passage, in an immediate sense, also presents materialism, the opposite to spiritualism. So, if you don't sell your things, so if you don't get rid of your stuff, you can't be saved. There is another meaning to that. And we're going to see that soon. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about the meaning of this. So if riches were meant to constitute a total obstacle to salvation, then God, who considered riches, would have placed an instrument of ruination in the hands of certain people. And we know that God, would not allow this to happen to their children. So, riches, it is something that has been allowed by God in order to, for some people, in order for them to go through their journey and evolve from that particular experience. So truly, the passage that we've been through with the young man is not that, God expects us to sell everything that we have, give to other people, give it to the poor people, and that's it. But really, it was just about the attachment to those material things that could prevent you from being saved. And when we talk prevent, preventing you to be saved, I'm saying that, because the more we attach to materialism, and I'm not saying, and I'm saying in a very intense way, if you do attach intensively to materialism, there is the risk of a greater risk to pride, to selfishness, to sensuality, and that this can actually distract you from your true faith, from your true destiny, spiritual destiny. And it was just really a way for Jesus to say, look, the riches can constitute a very dangerous trial. It doesn't mean that could, that it will ruin a person. In that passage that we say, no rich can, it's very hard for a rich person to go to heaven or something like that. It is just really saying, okay, this is not really completely true. What is just true is that the attachment to those things that you cannot abnegate in favor of other, that can represent a bit of a risk for you in that sense. Okay, so it is two different things in here. So this is pretty much talking about what I've just said, okay, in terms of is the attachment to the worldly goods that could be an obstacle, just because if we have a lot of attachment, we wouldn't be able to, abnegate and maybe share with our neighbor. And we know that, for us to be, truly good people, not truly good people, but for us to be better people, let's call it this way, or evolve in our spiritual journey, that we do need charity. We do need to be charitable to our brothers and sisters, in any way, if they are rich, if they are poor, if, the charity is not only, we know, it's not only the material, But obviously, if you attach yourself too much, then definitely becomes a danger for you in terms of achieving your spiritual destiny. All right. So I thought was actually, so this was my interpretation and studies from the gospel. And I thought this was really spot on, guys. I thought, yes, the gospel is a bit of an old book, let's put it this way, but it's definitely spot on in that regard. It was, although the Spirit's book seemed a little bit more, strict with materialism, I thought the gospel actually, was spot on. So I would like to talk about, the importance of resources, because I actually did already speak about it when I did the talking about charity. Don't know if you guys remember. But look, the importance of resources is not only for the people that are receiving those resources, but also for those who are giving the resources. It's very difficult to serve in empty stomach. Like, if you don't have, a situation that you are comfortable, let's say, if you cannot even pay for your own food, how would you be able to help others? Not that I'm not saying we can't, okay? I'm just saying it's more difficult, okay? And we know for a fact, like, there is a lot of people that have little and they share very well, okay? And this is actually very true. But we do need to understand that, resources are material and they are necessary. Like, there are just so much stuff that can be done around the world with material things, like education, as Dai amazingly said before, like, housing and, food. So, although, as Colin said as before, some people, have different journeys and every journey is blessed. And I agree with that. We cannot disagree that we do need material things because we are in the material world. Okay, we do need food, we do need education, we do need healthy services, and that's just life. So truly for me, Amanda, and that's my opinion, and if anyone can jump in, it's truly about finding the fine line about the detachment to those things that, you're able to share that in a good way with your brother and sister, but also as well, look after yourself, because this is important. You cannot look after other person if you're not well yourself, right? And that's why as well, like when talk about carers and sick patients, like, we always also, look after for the carers, because they need to be well first in order to help others. So, for me, charity with results is definitely good when we have resources, not only for the donor, but also for the receiver. And that's for me is what a very good formula. Okay. I think really what we need to attach ourselves to is that we are entities of three things: intelligence, love, and will. And once we understand and identify ourselves with those three characteristics, not three characteristics, this is what God gave it to us. This is us, this is our higher soul, and when we're able to connect with those and also be resourceful, I think the world would be another world. I think things would be just so much better. But we do need to, identify ourselves with this intelligence, love, and will aspect of ourselves when we're talking about materialism as well, in order to, have this journey in the best way and evolve, spiritually saying even more. Just going back, so not going back, going forward. So here's the chakras, and I just wanted to share a little bit of my, my knowledge about the chakras. So you guys know the chakras are major energy centers in our body, and they have different functions. They have physical functions, they have emotional, psychological, and spiritual functions. And it's actually some of the chakras that we have, they are very they can influence a lot on how we can see materialism and how we can actually use our power and materialism to really realize a lot of amazing things in this world. So I just wanted to go through them. So the crown chakra that is at the top of our head connect us to the higher soul, to our will, love, and power. Love, intelligence, and will that we are, and we connect to those aspects of ourselves. The crown as well help with the brain functions, and is a spiritual gate, as I said, to your higher energy. So very important chakra for you to be open and receive the insights from our higher world. The Ajna chakra, that is the one, or the eyebrow chakra, I'm not too sure, guys, how you call it, but I call it Ajna. I'm happy for you to change that name for information purposes. Is the willpower, is where I will that aspect of I'm gonna do this, that's what I want. And and it's really controls, is the CEO. I've already mentioned that before, is the CEO of all the other chakras, because if you don't have the will to do it, nothing gets done. Okay, so that's why it's so important for us to exert our power, even when we think about materialism and even charity. The throat chakra gets all the information that comes from the crown, all that willpower that's come through the ajna, and breaking the information down to the lower chakras of our body. And the lower chakras of our body are really the solar plexus downwards, okay? It just breaks all that information down and get us into the details, into the information. And it's a very, very, very important chakra as well for us to be knowledgeable. Also very important for communication. The heart chakra is the love for others. So for us to be able to be charitable with our brothers and sisters, is very important that our heart chakra is open, is functioning very well, is spinning in the right way. And solar plexus at the not same thing, but it's important also to have that chakra working properly, because it's the center of emotions, and the solar plexus chakra is the me. So I've already said that before in our another talk, and it's very important, the balance between heart chakra and solar plexus chakra. Okay, and the solar plexus also being the center of emotions, very important to keep it clean, because if you've got too much emotions there, energies that are stuck in that chakra, you might not be able to realize your full potential, because you are just engaged in that energy about emotions. And emotions, they are just a gift, I guess, for us in this journey, but we do need to control them. Don't let them run you. Okay, and the basic chakra, that's the most important in terms of this, because the basic chakra that is very important for us in terms of survival, physical growth, blood function, cell repair, bones. It also influences, how slow and how fast you age. And this basic chakra is really controls the ability to make money, to be grounded and productive. So it's very, very, very important for us. If we wanted to be resourceful, our basic chakra needs to be spinning correctly, needs to expand. And, the more it expands, the more prosperous you become. All right. The conclusion today, and then we can have some QAs if you guys got something. Obviously, materialism in excess, like everything, is not healthy. So everything, guys, that's in excess is not good for us. So it's the same with materialism. Materialism is a necessary process as we are incarnated in this world. We live in the matter. So obviously that the matter will be important to us in this journey. and we need it to survive. That is a basic concept, okay? Materialism can be prosperity, and it can be used to help other people. So when we think about materialism, I think that we do need to just ask ourselves, you know, I want to be prosperous because I do want to lead a good life, you know, a prosperous life. But I also want to use this prosperity to help my family, to help the poor, and why not even to help people that are also well off? Why not? You know, everybody deserves to be helped if they, you know, if they are in need. So I think that we should really think about prosperity in a way that, you know, for us, for others, and the world would be really, really a good place, you know, if everybody could have that concept and practice that. Something that you know, I would like just to call out here is about the poverty consciousness. And poverty consciousness within our energetic field is about, okay, so, you know, are you afraid that, you know, if you are too rich, that would change you? Or, you know, like, I mean, we come from a background, from a very cultural background that, you know, the rich guy is always the bad guy, and, you know, they cannot, you know, and there is so many people with so much money, they never help anyone. This doesn't matter to us. This is, you know, that has nothing to do with us. I guess, you know, we do need to look into our consciousness. We do need to look into our internal processes and identify that poverty consciousness. Okay, no, materialism will not corrupt you if you remember who you are. You are love, you are intelligence, and you are power. So when you have those three aspects of yourself within, and you are certain of it, you cannot fall into the traps of materialism. There is no way. Okay, so I just call you, you know, just have a consciousness examination in terms of the poverty consciousness, and see, do I really have the right point of view about materialism and what it can do to the world in terms of improving our lives, in terms of, you know, helping my brothers and sisters. Poverty consciousness also manifests in thought forms. Okay, so thought forms are just energy that, you know, can be sitting in our energetic field, on our chakras, you know, and thought forms, you know, are just things that, you know, we have learned from somebody, or even we have, you know, put that ourselves with some sort of situation we've been through. So as I said, let's look inside to ourselves and say, okay, if I am prosperous and, you know, if I do have the resources, how can I use this to, as I said, improve my life, improve others, and use this for my evolution, spiritual evolution, for everybody's benefits? Okay. Money is neutral. It's what you do with it that is good or bad. So let's just remember that is the choice that you make. Money is neutral. Okay, is the choice you make that will determine what the action is, good or not so good. Also, another reminder, I've already said 10 times, I'll remember again: divine love, divine power, and divine intelligence to find ways to improve your life and improve the life of other people. Just another little knowledge as well here is, for you to be prosperous, your basic chakra needs to be spinning properly, and it needs to expand. So the bigger your basic chakra, the most probable that you're going to be prosperous. And just be aware as well, because if you do have a thought form or energy of poverty consciousness in your basic chakra, as your chakra expands, you know, because, you know, you do good things, or because you go through situations and you able to expand that chakra. If you do have a little seed of poverty consciousness, it could be probable that will also grow. So that's why I was just talking about so much to do a cleansing on our thoughts, in our values, you know, because if in case you do have the expansion of your basic chakra, but you do have that, you know, little thought form there, it could mean that, you know, maybe a situation might come to you that, you know, might jeopardize your prosperity, but everything is for learning. This is just for us to be conscious that for always look inside, to have the right point of view about things, and remember who we are, né? Love, power, and intelligence. What else? That's it, guys. I had a bit of a meditation as well, but it's 8 o'clock already. So yeah, that's it from me. Do you guys have any questions or any observations on the lecture tonight?
No, I really enjoy what you said and I agree with what you presented. So thank you. But if you want to go ahead with your meditation, we can use as a final prayer that you have to conduct as well. So
okay. Okay, no worries. I can do that. Anyone else would you like to express their opinion?
Can I say that the Spirit's book, the basic precepts or concepts of materialism was made at a time and still is relevant where materialism determines your class in society, how you are presented, how you represent yourself in your clothing, in what you own, in where you live, in what school you go to. These all are, certainly they are expressions of materialism, but also your status in society. This goes back millennia. Those that had or held the club and those that didn't have the club, those that held the conch to speak were the ones that held the conch and therefore was determined to have the power. So materialism, of course, has constructed for our society a certain level of
separation,
yes, them and us, we that
Absolutely.
have and you that do not have. And so this consciousness has been bred into us. If those that had what are they called, a we, or what is it, the controls, what are they called? My sisters always wanted to have the handheld computer devices. What are they called?
Oh, iPads? You talk about iPads?
Laptops.
iPads, or before that.
I know it's
Nintendo.
notebooks.
Or yes. And they were made to feel, or they received the messages from those around them that they were poor because, and they were unfortunate because they didn't have one. So it is bred into society, isn't it? We are acknowledging those that have and those that don't have. And if you have, then you display it. This is an unfortunate reality in this society where we buy into it all the time. And so what they say in the Spirit's book is quite correct. Yep. Materialism breeds a mentality of separation.
I disagree a little bit with you, Colin. Look, I understand where you're coming from, and I completely agree with with the separation and how this show. I completely agree, but I think that is it's also, I don't know, taking the backgrounds away, because you're right, you're completely right on you said. I think that it's a new way of seeing that. It shouldn't be, it shouldn't be. Materialist shouldn't be. That's what I mean. It's not that I disagree with you, but it shouldn't be. You know what I mean? But but I completely get where you're coming from, and I agree, and I agree with that concept. But it's a hard one, isn't it?
I believe you have an issue with semantics. First thing, Amanda, your face is not appearing. You're outside of your camera. Amanda?
We want to see your face.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Beautiful
Ta-da.
face.
You can see you now.
Oh, I
Beautiful
didn't
face.
even know you could see my face. Sorry, I thought you couldn't.
No, that's all right. Now, look, what I believe is that one thing I agree with Colleen, and I agree with Amanda as well. But there is a mix of which make actually this presentation a bit dangerous if you publish it and don't give the background. The word materialism carries that concept. So I would suggest instead, every time you have the word materialism there, it's material possession, is that the word. So material possession is not a problem. Materialism is. Materialism has that concept, right? And material or matter possession is probably what you're talking about. Matter possession is necessary. Material possession is necessary. It's a resource. But materialism, it's a very strong concept.
I don't know, Jax. As I said, I think there has been an evolution from this concept, but I respect your opinion and I understand where you're coming from. And because I do understand where you're coming from, I agree with you in that sense. But I think that the concepts are changing.
Yeah,
that's my view.
No, it's not really the concept. My father always used to say, when you have an idea, there's three ways of interpreting an idea. One is at face value, the plain meaning. The second way is a philosophical value. What does it mean on your conscious, on your against your morals, in your ethics? And there is this spiritual value interpretation. So what is happening here really is that you using in some instance, you're using materialism on the concept of our day-to-day, everyday interpretation of the meaning of materialism. Sometimes we use the interpretation of the philosophical interpretation. Yes, it's necessary because it makes life better. It is an evolution for society. We're helping people. It's like philosophically speaking, yes, it's not bad because philosophically speaking, blah. And there is a spiritual meaning, which really materialism per se is not important. It's beyond the concept of spirituality. The materialism itself is not important. So that's why I think there is we just navigate between those concepts, and it's a matter of interpretation, really. So it makes things maybe a little bit confusing, but and I can agree with all three of them and all three ideas, because yes, it's correct. It is something that's good because it makes our lives better. It is good because philosophically speaking, we make society progress. We make people's life better. I agree with all of this.
Yeah. I don't disagree with your presentation, Amanda. I think the message you carry is clear, it's correct, and it's okay. The only problem is that the word materialism is so
it
strong.
could be used for it could be used.
That's the
I know what you
problem,
mean. And you know what, even me, and now that you're talking about it, because after the presentation I was like, oh yeah, this is what I mean. But I actually got confused as well, because I was like, oh, are we talking about the this, like, I mean, the materialism being the opposite of spirituality, or are we talking about the materialism like possession? So I completely understand the confusion, and I was confused myself, but then I looked into the topic and I was like, oh no, materialism, money, I can see here. Like, okay.
Yes.
So I completely agree. I understand the confusion, guys. So no worries. So I hope that everybody is a bit more clear after those.
No. It was clear all the way along.
Yes. Can I just say that my sisters felt, because of the psychology that they had embraced, they also had suggested to themselves that they were poorer in their life experience because they didn't have the material possession of a Nintendo. And so their life experience was, and so this is the haves and the have-nots, and those that do have then long for, crave for,
Yeah.
and become obsessed by that which
Mhm.
they are not able to experience for themselves. And so this creates the greater barrier in their hearts because they feel that they are shortchanged in this life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And even, but guys, even myself sometimes, like, and I'll be very honest, sometimes I look into other people's possessions and I go, I wanted to have that, like, I mean, I think,
Yes.
or, so
Yeah.
it's something that is quite normal, I think. And I think you're completely right on what you said. Colin, about this. It's something that I have experienced and sometimes an experience as well. And and I think that definitely plays up with our sense of worth as well. And it shouldn't, isn't it? Because it's truly as that picture that we had before. I'll put it for you guys again. There you go. That's big. There you go. Isn't it? So at the end of the day, we're not taking anything with us. Just our experience, our love, and everything that we've learned here. So
Yeah, I think the most representative there is in fact the whole. The whole is the main thing there, because the poor can put some marble on the walls, but it's still a hole.
yeah. Oh, the rich you're talking
the
about.
rich.
Yeah, I agree, my friend. I agree. I
It's
totally
still a
agree.
hole.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, my friends, everybody ready to do a bit of a prayer?
Yes.
A little bit of a meditation there?
Great. Thank you.
No worries. Very good. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to do a very short meditation, okay, because I don't want to go too much over the time, just to give us a nice little energy. I'll just, before I start, can I just check my daughter, because I'm just afraid that she comes into the meeting when I'm with you, but just give me 1 minute. I'll be back. 1 minute. Come on.
So Yvonne, we end up giving giving Nintendo to your girls.
10 minutes, I'll be back. Okay, 10 minutes. Sorry, my friends, I'm sorry. Okay, I just have my husband downstairs, and my daughter was, she was just wanting to be with mommy. So let's do it, okay? All right, everyone. So let's just now just calm ourselves and really breathe in. Close your eyes if you wish to. And just let's breathe, a number of times. Inhale and exhale. Again, bring the serenity, the silence, really inviting our friends, the light spirits that are with us in this meeting to really bless us and our loved ones, people all around the world. Just bring that energy, that silence to your heart and mind. I'm going to say a prayer before we start our meditation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth in the hearts of every person, every being. May the messenger of God return to earth. From the center, what we call the human race, Let the love and power, let the love and the plan of power work out, and it may seal the door where evil dwells. Let the plan of love, light, and power restore the plan on earth. In this prayer, I will kindly ask you to pay attention in your heart and imagine, visualize a pink light that comes from your heart. And this pink light represents the love that we have for each other. Let's send this pink light to all of the people that are in need. Let's send to our loved ones, to our family, to our friends, to our work, to our friends at the center, to the state, to the city of Brisbane, to the whole Australia. Visualize this pink light going from your heart and reaching out of your body to everyone that you wish to bless. This love light has loving energy. It has compassion. It has forgiveness. It has understanding. And it has peace. Send this pink light from your heart to everyone. Everyone with no exception. And the light spirits that are surrounding us help us with the intensity of light that reaches beyond the people that we're thinking of to earth and reaches all dimensions, the higher worlds, the middle worlds, and the lower worlds. We are a ball of light, shining our will, our intelligence, and our love for everybody, because we are one. And now I kindly ask everybody to visualize, actually not visualize, focus on your crown chakra and imagine a golden light. Imagine a golden light just above your crown chakra and focus on that golden light, claiming to God, claiming to your high spirit and the light spirits that are around us, to intensify that light. That golden light is healing. That golden light is the connection with your higher soul. That golden light is what you are. You are love, you are power, and you are intelligence. This golden light now penetrates your crown chakra, cleaning that crown and activating that chakra, removing all the energy that doesn't supposed to be there and replacing it with love, with intelligence, and with will. And now I want you to visualize this golden power between your eyebrows, into your ajna. This golden light is completely cleansing that chakra. It's completely activating that chakra. And it's bringing you your willpower. It's bringing you clarity of vision. It's bringing you clean point of view, a correct point of view. That golden light then travels through your throat and cleanse all that area and provides you with good communication, provides you with the understanding of information and details, and activates your throat chakra to be functioning perfectly. The golden light now travels through your heart at the back, activating it, bringing you peace, bringing your inner peace, love for others, compassion, forgiveness. This golden light now travels to your solar plexus, just between, like in your stomach. And that golden light cleanse very deeply the solar plexus chakra, cleansing all the emotions, especially the negative ones, giving you a refresh, removing the anger, the resentment, low self-esteem. That golden light is cleansing everything out, activating that chakra for you to be what you're supposed to be. Then the golden light now travels to our basic chakra in our coccyx area, cleansing any poverty consciousness that is actually infused in this chakra, eliminating all the negative energy, bringing you prosperity, bringing you rooting to the earth. And that now I want you to focus on every chakra that we've been: crown, eyebrows, throat, heart, solar plexus, and basic. Visualize that golden light in all the chakras becoming stronger, stronger, stronger. You are blessed. Let's breathe into this energy 3 times. So inhale and exhale. Inhale again, really connecting with those lights that are in each one of the chakra and claiming to our Heavenly Father to clean our impurities and charge us with good energy so we can have a better understanding of this life and our journey and be able to achieve our spiritual destiny. Breathe again and exhale. And one more time. Inhale that golden light and exhale. And slowly just move your fingers or toes to come out of the, meditation and the good vibrations and all the cleansing that we have realized. And we say thank you to our Heavenly Father for this opportunity to be between family and truly be together in that energy, be together here to talk about those topics that are so important for us, Father, as human beings and also as, souls. Help us, Father, to understand on how we can use material possessions to be good to other people, and also to incorporate the good in our lives, that we don't misuse the money, that we can use for good purposes. Father, I also ask humbly that you send blessings to all the places that are in need, like in Afghanistan, New South Wales, that we have so many COVID cases, Victoria, and all around the world, India, America, Brazil. Father, bless our brothers and sisters and ease their pain. We also ask to the lights, not actually ask, but we thank the light spirits for their presence. Pedro Emmanuel, thank you so much. We also are very blessed that our constitution has finally been ready, and we thank everybody that has been part of that. This is an amazing, amazing, amazing progress for the center. We also ask the light spirits to bless our brothers and sisters, and in this atmosphere, silence and peace, we finish tonight's workings, recognizing our love, intelligence, and will. So be it. Amen.
Thanks, Amanda. Very good.
Thank you, Amanda.
No worries, guys. It was a pleasure to be with you, and I hope to see you very soon again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Amanda.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, guys. Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Di, a question
Yes.
for you. Are we going to be online next week again? Possibly?
Depends of our friend Anastasia.
Mm,
Ah, I should have asked the blessings for that one as well. I forgot.
Depends
yeah.
on what she said on Sunday. Like if
Yeah.
we are ease the restrictions with mask and all. Otherwise, we know people not coming for
Yeah.
fear and all.
Yeah.
So if she lifts the restrictions and say, you can get a bit more gathering, then yes. Otherwise, I would say it's better if we stay online, because I know you guys are not going out unless it has no mask things. And then, so just have to wait on Sunday, and then we can just post on the WhatsApp groups and Facebook page.
Okay.
All right.
All right then.
Okay. Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Bye, everybody. Have a
Bye.
nice week.
Bye.
See ya.
You too, mate. Bye-bye.
Bye.